Hola, ¿cómo está? Namaskaram. My name is Shajin. Welcome to my world. So, guys, last time I talked about how I got my PR and what are the challenges I faced. So, I'm just one of thousands of students who coming every year. So, today there is one of my friend who is with me, and she's from Philippines. And let's hear from her perspective how she got a PR and her journey to Australia. Hola, ¿cómo está? Namaskaram. My name is Shajin. Welcome to my world. So, guys, this is Chari Chong. She's
Hi.
from Philippines, and let's hear from her how she came to Australia. And before that, can you able to introduce yourself, Chari?
So my name is Chari. I came from the Philippines, which is Zamboanga City. So what was that ba?
How you? What makes you to come to Australia?
In the Philippines, I finished or I was a registered nurse. I worked in a hotel as well. So I came to Australia on a student visa. I had an agent help me. I picked the state. The agent helped me pick the school and helped me with the processing. And because I was working in a hotel, I took diploma in management and masters in international business, which is a year and a half course. However, I came here not knowing what I want, uncertain, and all that. All of Most of the people that I've met and my friends are all working towards a permanent residency. So I was like, because of that, I realized that I cannot get PR through my current course, which is the Masters in International Business. So thinking through it, I was either going to take accounting, but I'm not confident because I am not good at accounting, or I think it would be very difficult for me to get a job. So I went back to nursing. So I studied
And the
two
best
years.
part of nursing, it's in SOL list, I think.
Yes. So the SOL list is a list of occupations that Australia is requiring. So every year the list changes depending on the demand for that specific occupation.
So, like I said last video, I took IT because it's under SOL list, and if that occupation is under SOL list, higher chance of getting PR.
Yes, correct. So what was your other question?
How much is the fees, and do you require any IELTS to come to Australia
So
as a
first,
student visa?
IELTS. For IELTS, it really depends on what course you are taking. Like when I came in, for nursing students, you have to have a minimum of 7.
For nursing.
Yeah, because they wanna make sure that you are able to get 7 for your registration.
Fair enough.
But I think for other courses, like for me, my IELTS, I had a 6.5, I
So
think.
you took management.
Yeah, so it did not matter.
I think it's pretty much same for us too, because
So-
if you study management, overall 6.5.
So it really depends on what course, but definitely you need an IELTS score to come in. And depending on, I think you have to do academics. There's two types of IELTS, right?
Oh, yes.
General training and ACAD. So for me, I took academics.
So you got your IELTS score, you got your
So how?
embassy clearance and COE, and you came to Australia.
Yeah. So how much
Is the fees for?
fees for the course?
Do you have to pay in full or?
So it really depends on what course and which uni you are going into. So it would vary, but to answer your question, do you have to pay in full? Coming into Australia, you have to one of the requirements is to be able to prove that you are financially capable to sustain your daily your living expenses here. So you have to pay at least a term
One semester's fees.
Yeah, one term or one semester. After that, like when I was doing nursing.
Is that possible to make installments?
Yeah, when I did my nursing first um on the first term, we had to pay full, and then on the second one we applied for installments, and the universities have different programs, they have scholarships as well. So but yeah, like I said, it would depend on universities. But on top of university fees, you have like for me, I don't know with you, but when I came in, I had to have uh like a show money.
Oh, enough fund to show in your account saying
Yeah,
that.
in your account, or from your family, to say that this person is not going to be this person is able to sustain their daily
Even though you don't get a part-time job, you can finish
yeah,
your course with
yeah,
the fund.
yeah, and you can eat, pay your bills, and all those other things. Yeah.
So did you got any credits because of you studied in
Because you're a nurse, if you're an enrolled nurse here, or you're a registered nurse from abroad, instead of studying 3 years, you'll get a credit of 1 year.
Which is good, eh?
Yes, so I only did 2 years of nursing, which is good because that's one of the requirements for PR, which you will get to later.
Okay.
So you make sure you pick the right course, because if it's
that too on the soil list.
yeah, if it's just a year course, it's not gonna meet the Australian.
Requirement.
Yeah, it's not gonna meet their standard.
So when you're a student, how many hours you can work? Did you done any part-time jobs?
Yeah, of course. So
Everybody do it. How many hours we can do as a student?
so for I think the rule is 20 hours per week, or 40 hours
In a
per
fortnight.
fortnight, which is 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And when you're when you're not a student,
And
you're not on leave.
When it's school break, you
You
can
can
work
work
full
full-time.
time. Yeah, so you really have to be very careful. Make sure, some, like for us when we came here, our bills, our rent, and fees, we did rely on the part-time job. So even though you are, hustling, trying to make money, you have to make sure you still focus on your studies, because if you don't go to uni, they can report you.
I know people who left, sent back because of that.
And if you don't pay, you will get reported.
So you have to tip on number one, you have to make sure you get enough attendance. Tip number two, you have to do your assignments and pay the fees. Main thing. So have you done any part-time jobs?
Yes. Of course I had to. I think we both did. Like we said, students here can work 40 hours in a fortnight. So we did a few part-time jobs to help pay the bill, pay the rent, and pay the uni fees.
Not few for me. I done a lot. I had to pay my bill.
Well, it is
But she done few. She said.
No, I did a lot too. But it's part of the experience. It's difficult, especially when we did nursing. It was a different level of part-time jobs
Because you
required.
got placement, you have to make time for that. And
Yeah, or when you are doing placements, you really cannot work because you're.
It's really difficult.
But well, we finished.
So finally, she finished her course
Mm-hmm.
after 2 years of nursing.
2 years of nursing.
Then what is the next procedure for PR? Processing.
So the next step is, because nursing is under the SOL list, is you can apply for PR. You have to apply for your registration. You have to apply for a lot of things to prepare for your PR. So because I did a 2-year course, I was eligible to apply for the temporary graduate visa, which is only applicable to students international students who did a 2-year course, and if you are under the skilled list as well.
Okay.
So I did my TR. I was granted 2 years.
You got 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years of TR. What about you?
18 months.
Uh,
Exactly 18 months.
because I checked my I browsed through my visa. It was March 2016 to March 2018. But during that time, I did all my, the TR period is your time to get your IELTS score, do your processing. Some people have less points to apply for PR, so that's the time for them to accumulate everything.
So, what are the procedure to apply for TR?
Your course completion, you also have IELTS. I think it's 6 or 6.5, and
Oh,
the routine identification checks.
so if you got IELTS and the certificate,
Mm.
you get TR.
But for me, my tip is when you are sure that you are graduating or you are going to course complete and you're not naughty, so you make sure that you towards the end of the term you start your English exam. No, English exam, because I don't know for others, but I feel like that's the most difficult part. And the other thing now, with you before, Baba, it was only IELTS, right?
Uh,
There's no PTE yet.
no, for I yeah
Yeah,
for us IELTS
but
score.
now, like for healthcare professionals, there's OET, there's PTE, there's IELTS, so there are other options.
So
but
what are those? It's similar to IELTS
yeah,
exam.
English exam.
It's all English exam.
Yeah, but at least now you have options. If you are not lucky with IELTS, then you can try the other English exams.
So how many hours you can work in temporary residency? In
Unlimited. So as long
unlimited.
unlimited. So you could save up for your fees as well, because PR is quite expensive. Was it 3,600 for my PR?
PR.
Mm.
So once you got temporary residency, so you collected all the documents.
Yes.
Is
I
that possible
did.
for you to tell how you can collect your points?
So wait. First, I did my like I said, I did my TR. I applied for my registration, did all that. For when did I apply for my, I can't remember the dates. I think 20. Anyway, for my PR it was only 60 points, but now I've browsed through it. It's slightly different, and they are requiring 65 points.
For
I think
nursing
for
now.
no, for anything,
Anything.
for skilled, for 189. Because I got my PR through skilled independent, so I wasn't sponsored by a company, or I wasn't in a regional area. So I got my permanent residency through nursing, because
Skilled labor.
skilled, yeah. So yeah,
So you done all the processing by yourself.
I did all the processing by myself, because we were very poor that
So you recommend to go to an
well, if you have extra money, because at that time, a migration agent to help you with the processing of PR is 1,500 to 2,000. I don't have that money, so what?
Yeah, I remember the time you asked me like I'm scared to do myself.
But
But
as long as you're
you think anybody can do it by themselves?
yeah, why not? As long as you're legit, you have all the documents, you should be fine. And what we did was we researched the immigration website has all the details that you need. The calculator for point system is there.
It's really helpful.
Wait, they might get confused. So to get PR, first you have to finish or your occupation should be under the skilled list. That's the first one. That's the first qualification. And then to get PR, you have to do the expression of interest. You have to apply for expression of interest to immigration. Look, immigration, I want to apply for PR. If you have enough points, which is at my time and your time, 60 points.
Yeah.
When you have enough points and they review your documents, you have everything, you will be invited to apply for permanent residency, and then
You
that's
wait
where.
for the case officer to come, I think.
Yes, and for PR, like for me, I required a 7. Anyway, I had to get a 7 in my registration, so that's great. And IELTS is only valid for 2 years, so I wouldn't recommend you to take your IELTS, sorry, very early. Um, so the processing only took 17 days for me.
17 days?
I got mine on my birthday.
Wow.
And another tip, I'm not quite sure now, but before, I only did my application on the laptop, and then as soon as I had everything uploaded, I finalized all my documents in the immigration office in Brisbane. Before, they had the computers, they had spare computers. So you can lodge it from their office itself, and there is a, like,
Service center.
yeah, there's somebody there who can help you if you have questions or you're unsure of anything. And if they can't answer your questions, there is a phone, so you could ring the main office for your questions. So I did that, and I didn't have any issues so far.
I think the immigration site is really helpful.
Yeah,
If you guys any got a doubt, just
everything is
everything
there.
in there.
Like what their definition of specific things, like when they say there is a 2-year requirement, so they have scenarios there to help you understand or to fit specific. But yeah, just check out, it's very it's very confusing to say it now, but if you go to the immigration website, everything is there. It's very clear, and it's very straightforward.
And you got your PR after that.
Yeah, so I got my PR after I got my PR. I was already here for 4 years, so I waited 1 year, and then I applied for my citizenship. And to complete the citizenship process, you need to pass the citizenship exam and do the citizenship ceremony, which will be in
What
the
about
next
that?
video.
Did you had an interview as well?
Oh yes, yes, yes. I did an interview. I was worried. They asked
So
you
that's a
questions.
new thing they put forward.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's actually Baba own like checking of documents, uploading documents in their system as well. Basically, a few questions, like verifying documents before you take your exam. It didn't take very long.
so exactly after 1 year of your PR, you got your citizenship.
Not really, because the waiting time from the application of citizenship to the citizenship day was that's the longest wait I've had in all of my applications. But also because we specifically chose the city hall.
It's a different in city hall.
Yes.
Because a lot of people have graduation ceremony at the same time.
No, it's not just that, because they have
Sorry,
programs.
citizenship ceremony.
Yeah, they have programs, but it's also because we are always in the city before. That's where
My college was there, my works was there. I think
no, and we see a lot. We've seen a lot of people queuing, waiting for
For the
their
ceremony.
ceremony, and we just sit outside watching. So, and then I think it's always been the goal. No, we will be like those people. Next time it will be us. So that's why it will take time if you go through the city hall, if you do your citizenship there, because they need specific number, because it's a big ceremony, bigger than when you do it in the local suburbs. Yeah.
So
Yes.
before finish this video, I want to ask you one more thing. What's your suggestions and your tips to anybody who like to come to Australia? As a student, because you come as a student, or general in general.
If you wanna come to Australia or any other country, I guess you have to come with an open mind, like you said in your previous video, you have to be accepting, and you have to be receptive about everything that's been, that's around you. You have to remember that um, the country you are going into have laws, and we have certain things we have to follow, and it's not going to be the same. So you have to be prepared to take on whatever
Any
challenge.
challenges.
Yes. It's going, if it's not difficult, it's well and good for you, but it can get difficult. And if you really want to stay in this country, you have to persevere, not complain. Yeah, I think that's it basically. You just have to take it on, and then just face whatever and just push forward.
Just go with the flow.
Yeah, yeah. Because
So
it's
guys,
part of the experience. Everybody's going through
a struggle in
a
their life.
struggle, and it's not going to be it just makes things worth it.
But it's not impossible. It is possible.
It is possible. I've been hearing that it's getting harder now. I think it's a matter of how you will face these difficult challenges. And always, like for us, it was very, very difficult to get through all of those things. But we always say, what do we say?
If anybody is at the lowest level, there is nowhere else to go except go up.
Yes.
So push forward, keep positive, stay positive, be happy, and
it will get better.
It will get better. All the struggles you go through, it will worth it one day, trust me. So if anybody is like to come to Australia, we are welcoming you guys, and hopefully in near future maybe this video will be helpful for you if you guys are watching, and if you guys want to know more about PR tips and which are the best courses to come to Australia, or what are the best way to save money and the standard of
or
living,
any other information,
please comment below so we can do another video. And don't forget to please like, subscribe, and share my channel with a lot of your friends, and a lot of more fun and interesting videos coming on your way. And you often see this girl more often in my videos too. Maybe not. So from me, thank you a lot for watching this video, and see you in another video.